Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade and
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl Treese,
It's Nellz.
and today we are jumping into our review of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, season 8, episode 5, Pie in the Austin Sky. Okay, now I didn't understand the title at first, but now I get it
Mm-hmm.
about the pie. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Shade Squad, thank you so much for joining us. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's get shady. So Ashley has invited all the ladies on a trip to Austin, Texas. All the ladies have mixed feelings about the trip. Robin doesn't really want to go. Candace,
Uh, I think majority didn't want to go. I think it was just Karen that had
really?
high hopes.
Oh, okay. Candace doesn't plan on interacting with anyone she doesn't have a relationship with. And Wendy thinks it'll be more fun than pickleball. So Giselle, me, and Ashley meet up to go shopping for their trip. Giselle brings up everything that Nneka brought up at the pickleball game and asks the ladies if they believe what she was saying. And she's like, it would be wrong if she was making up such a lie, but she's such a nice person and she's so smart and she's a lawyer. I don't think that she would ever, bring something like this to our group of ladies. So basically, they're saying they believe Nneka. Now, Ashley says that, when she shared the story with her, she just did it with so much conviction that, she has a hard time not believing what Nneka's saying. And all the ladies admit it's weird that Wendy acted like she doesn't know who she is when they have basically so many ties to each other. And Giselle says that, she 100% believes Nneka.
Even Jamal told her to stay away. Stay away. He said, don't play around with that stuff. Don't play around with it. What you got to say?
I was going to say something really smart, but
Go ahead, say it.
I just think that I understand that he is a man of the Lord, but what you can't do, you telling her to stay away from shrines, but you can't stay away from. So
I mean, listen, that's the flesh. Okay, this is the spirit
that's
world.
the flesh.
This is the spirit. This is the spirit world. Okay, that's something you don't mess with. All right.
Okay, I was just
Listen,
saying.
plenty of pastors and plenty of, priests have done plenty of fleshly wrongful things. Okay,
Okay.
you don't listen, but what you don't play with is the Lord, the other one.
And them spurs.
Don't play with them spurs. Exactly. So I'm all here for it. So then Wendy and Eddie, they went out to eat at EDR and discussed the pickleball situation.
I have a feeling they live in they must live in like
Closer to Baltimore?
yeah, like because I noticed every place they pick is in Baltimore because I
It's
went
in
to look that
Baltimore.
up and I was like, oh, that's Baltimore too. And I was like, they must live like Aberdeen or something, like real close to the Baltimore, Owings Mills, like Baltimore County or something is what it gives me.
Well, Aberdeen, I think it's Harford County.
Well, it may be. I'm saying like that
Like
outside,
that
but
area,
like
like
it's not
outside of
city.
Baltimore,
Yeah,
like
it's
surrounding Baltimore.
right. It's like the
Okay.
suburbs.
Yeah. Um, Now she said that she feels like this basically Nneka's whole purpose, okay, is to attack her. I thought y'all don't know each other. So why would she feel the need to attack you? She's just going out attacking people. Just random acts of attack. Okay.
Can I tell y'all, Shay Squad? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't. I ain't gonna hold you. I know I love me some Wendy, but I'm still so confused on why you straight up lying like you don't know this girl.
She's been lying. You were
But no,
just
I'm saying I don't understand it. At first, I was with her and I was like, she don't know that girl.
because you're biased.
No, I'm not biased. That's what
You,
we had no idea that they got their family and she best friends with the sister, and we had no clue.
mm,
We didn't. So
mm.
I'm thinking, oh, she's pulling a Courtney and she's just coming on the show to act like, oh, I know her and da 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 whatever. But
That was only you feeling that way, Trace. It
whatever,
was only you.
whatever.
It's the biases of it all. Okay.
Whatever.
So then, Eddie says that he was caught off guard by Ike's whole situation because he was like, he wasn't trying to fight. He's happy Eddie. All right. I wasn't here for the smoke. All right.
He really on that merch, y'all. If y'all ain't done it already, and this is a non-paid promotion, better go get y'all some Happy Eddie gear, because every time I see them online, he got on that damn sweatshirt, t-shirt.
Do you know if they selling those or like people buying them?
I don't know if people buying them, but he damn sure advertising it. Mugs, rugs.
He's like, I'm on the show. I'm gonna do something. Okay, I'm gonna make some money off of this. So production asked Wendy if Eddie and Ike were ever Facebook friends, and as per usual, she didn't really give an answer. She said it's a college campus. You don't know everybody that you go to college with. That ain't what I asked though. Were they Facebook? It's a yes or a no, ma'am.
That's true.
Jesus. So
you never added nobody that you went to school with, but you don't really remember them.
But okay, but say that yes, they were Facebook friends, but he didn't know him. The question was, were they Facebook friends? He didn't say were they best of friends. Okay. So Wendy at this point doesn't know about reconciliation. She feels like, she's evil and she's attacking her. And she's supposed to be like her Ebo sister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yeah, she's not feeling that sisterly love. Okay. So she said, if there is to be some reconciliation, basically NECA has a lot of catching up to do.
Well, we then see NECA and Ike. They're going to visit the OBGYN, and she's feeling the pressure, from her family, because they basically told her she needed to get pregnant like tomorrow. And Ike asked, how she feels after the pickleball event. And NECA is regretful that, things came out the way that it did. And, she knows that she could have pulled Wendy to the side and talked to her privately, but said, these shrines in Nigeria are just, very real. And the only time someone will do that is for death or destruction. And I was like, okay. But she said she's such an honest person, and, the information just flowed so naturally. So the doctor tells them that basically they're fine, and basically keep trying, and he won't even really, mess with them until after they try for at least another 6 months, which is usually how that goes. Trust me, sadly, you can have a whole miscarriage and they will tell you, until you have a few more, we're not going to do anything. That's just, So this isn't what NECA wants to hear, because, they've been trying for 6 or 7 months already. And basically she's just ready to be pregnant now.
So Gordon and Mia find themselves in therapy because she was ready to sign them papers.
Can I just say, after watching this scene, I know that she got a lot of flack or whatever before the show started, because she announced that she was leaving him, or they were separated or whatever. But after watching this scene, and maybe it's just for TV, but I can't say she didn't try.
Mm-hmm.
I really just thought she found the next bag of money and was like,
well, but so I feel like it was kind of her that kind of put that narrative out there, though. I feel like she said she was leaving Gordon because he didn't have no money.
Oh, no. Well, so everybody was saying, oh, you were just with him for his money. So I think Mia did what Mia does and was like, yeah, I was only with him for his money. She made it if y'all going to say that, then hey, the point is, I'm not with you anymore. I have a man with money. I don't and when you're at a place,
so you don't think she was being it wasn't
no, I don't think she was being serious. I just don't think she cares.
Okay.
And that's why I said, after actually seeing the scene and seeing that she actually did care a little bit, I don't think that was the thing. I think that she was just done. He was letting her screw other people in their marriage, and she screwed the right bag. Right.
So yeah, she was ready to file them papers. And he just didn't know that things had gotten that bad. But she says
he's not paying attention to her.
Mm-hmm. She says a lot of things changed, since the money issues and him being kicked out the company. Now, apparently he's working on another business venture that's taking him away from his family a lot. And she's really not happy about it. Apparently also, they had hired an attorney, who she said put their money in escrow. And then he stopped answering their calls. So they hired an investigator. The investigator, found him, got him disbarred, and he ended up
Unaliving himself.
there you go. Yes, unaliving himself. So she's been dealing with that as well. So she doesn't really feel I'm gonna say supported. She doesn't really feel like he's there, and she knows that nothing's really gonna change. No matter what nobody says, no matter what nobody does, no amount of therapy, he's going to continue living this life that he's living.
Well,
Ignoring her family.
I don't know if you noticed, and that was another thing that like a light bulb went off in my head. She said she wanted him to retire.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't be about the money if you want this to retire.
I mean, but you just lost your business. She has to understand he can't retire.
No, but do you understand? But that's what I'm saying. If he retires, the level of money that him going out here and getting it, even though you don't have as much as you used to have, is why. And I get where Gordon's coming from. He doesn't want to lose her because he knows his belief is she loves money. However, she would rather him focus on his kids
until you get there. She's complaining already about downsizing, about the size of her closet, the fact that they're, living in I don't know if they're in a penthouse or what, but some type of condo versus being in a house. So she can talk all that stuff, say whatever she wants, but Gordon knows his wife and knows, yeah, you're saying, yeah, you want me to retire, but once that happens and shit hits the fan and I'm not able to afford the things that you actually like. But that's the thing with successful men, everybody and their mama knows you have to pick and choose. Do you want me up your ass all the time, or do you want me to be out here making money? You can't have it both ways. Unless, I don't know, you're with somebody who is a trust fund baby and they don't, but how attractive is that? They just sitting on their damn ass collecting a check. You still want them to be up doing something.
Well, I guess Nellz has some points sometimes. So now the ladies are leaving for Austin, and Nneka says she plans on dealing with Wendy like she does everyone else and treating her with love and respect. Now Ashley has the ladies divided once they get off the plane. They're going into different cars to the hotel.
Their astrological
signs. But then I thought it was weird because then she split them up between fire and earth.
Fire, earth, and air. But then
it was only 2 cars. That's why I was confused.
But so I'm confused. So what I was confused about is Wendy was air.
Right. Because Wendy is a Gemini.
So that would have to be
I hate to say it, but when I just said that, it makes a lot of sense if she is.
But that would be 3 cars. But then who was in the car with her?
That's what I'm saying. That didn't make sense. That's why I was like, she only did 2 cars.
But I don't remember seeing Wendy in the car with anybody.
Wendy was in the back of the car with what's her name?
Was she in the same car as Ashley?
Yes, she was in the back with
Okay, so I was confused because she was like, yeah, I'll be in the car with Wendy. She's air. And I'm like, okay. But then Ashley was saying how she's earth. So I was like, where the hell is Wendy?
And I think I might be right.
What?
Or she may be a day or 2 off. She's May 21st. Yeah, I think, or she falls like either right on the cusp, but I
mean, we know Gemini's are liars. So that.
Blame it on her other personality.
Shot the hell for Wendy.
Don't do that. Wendy, I like Gemini.
Whether we blame it on the other one or not, facts, okay? And people are sniffing it out. All right.
So anyway, basically Candace is uncomfortable and she's not really sure what to do because she's in a car with, I believe it was Giselle.
So wait, you said who?
Candace was in a car with Giselle and Robin.
No. So Wendy, Mia, Candace, and Robin are all in a car together. They're air and fire. Then Nneka, Giselle, Ashley, and Karen are all in the car together. They're Earth.
Got it. So Giselle asks Karen how she feels about Robin. And Karen says she, basically wants to see her win. And then she's like, Giselle was like, well, why don't you tell her that? And she said, no. She said, and then Karen goes into this. This was so confusing, y'all. It's a Karenism.
I actually got it.
It's the Karenisms of it all. So she talks about how Robin is a pie, and she doesn't eat the whole pie. She cuts it in half.
She needs her in doses.
And okay, we could have done that in a pill. But okay.
But no, she only eats the half in doses. She don't eat the whole pie in doses. She saves the other half.
She put the other half in the freezer, and then the other half she cuts it in a half. And Robin's like a quarter bitch. That's what you're saying.
No, that's still the quarter. That's still the half that's in the freezer.
You stupid. But anyway, so Gisela asked why she, anyway. So she goes on her pie rant. And she doesn't understand why Robin just won't be real with her and says, I'm a ride or die. Look at me and Giselle. I got you. I got your secrets. And I said, well, I don't know about that, Karen. I do feel like, this is just me. I do feel like if Karen really, really with you, I don't think that there's certain things that she will bring to the table. She might know. It might burn her up inside. She might hint at it. This is just my opinion about her. She may hint at it to one of the other ladies, but I feel like she would never, if she's cool with you.
Hence Wendy's mother. Mm-hmm. All that, what was it? Holy Ghost fire. And she said holy. So, it sounded like a great prayer to me. I said,
yeah.
Hence Wendy's mother.
I'm just saying, but I was here for her when she was like, yeah, I'm that, and I was like, I truly believe that about Karen. Like, even if y'all didn't rock with each other, she just doesn't give me the vibe that she's gonna, like, once y'all are locked in, you're locked in. You just can't put her over. Because even with Mia, her and Mia have been friends for like a good, before they got on the show. And even then, what Mia did to her, she didn't completely throw Mia under the bus. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she could have. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Karen knows more than what Mia has let on. So the fact that, I don't know, I just think Karen is a decent friend. She's probably one of the few on the show. So
the ladies, they get to their rooms. They're pretty impressed, with their accommodations. Besides the construction.
And she had gift baskets. Go ahead, Ashley.
Yes, she did. Yes,
but a part of me feels like, did you supply those gift baskets or did the hotel?
Listen, a free gift is a free gift.
No, because it's hard to. Marlo has set the fucking bar for gifts.
Potomac has not been around as long as Atlanta.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay.
And
Marlo has not been a cast member as long as these ladies. Okay, I'm just saying.
Listen, Marlo been getting a check.
I'm just saying, Marlo was giving them perfumes and all types of.
I'm telling you, I need to go on a Marlo trip.
I do. I would hold my tongue long enough to deal with Marlo.
So Ashley, Karen, and Wendy and Candace are outside by the pool. The ladies want to know, how Wendy is feeling about Nneka. And she said it's really not bothering her. She can be in the same space. It's really not bothering her. And she said she don't know that girl from a can of paint. And she ain't doing nothing to change her life. She ain't stopping no show. Okay. Then Giselle and Nneka show up right in the nick of time. Production said, come on. She's talking about you, girl. Come sit your ass down over here. So Karen thought that it was best to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Hence the beef between Giselle and Candace. Candace said, there's really nothing to acknowledge. She want to act like not speaking to me means I don't exist, but my black ass is still right here.
Okay.
You see me. Okay. And Giselle said, for the safety of her and her children, she chooses not to participate in that capacity. Sounds all right, Giselle. Okay.
I love when Candace said, but won't nobody worry about my bonus children or my husband and his mental state when y'all was out here with these allegations. I said, you better, Candace.
what you're not about
Look,
to do.
I ain't never heard her pull out the bonus children card.
What you're not about to do is when I tell you that your husband made me feel uncomfortable, you try to call me a liar. That's what we're not about to do. Now, do I think that it could have been handled off camera? I do. I think it definitely could have been handled off camera, but I think that would have been a good time to just say, let me check the facts. Let me talk some. What you're not about to do is just up and up. I tell you the story. 2 seconds later, you calling me a liar and I'm attacking your husband.
Didn't they do that?
And now you have reports about a woman coming out that he done been with.
Which admitted that she was lying.
Huh?
I said, who admitted she was lying?
And then came back with the receipts.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Which means he's not a credible source, is my point. That's my point.
It was all a scheme set up by Todd.
Wasn't there audio? I think you told me that.
But I didn't hear the audio to know if it was his voice. I'm just putting the headline to the streets.
I don't think social media disagreed. I don't think they disagreed. All I'm saying is, all that means is he's not a credible source. Karen, after all of this back and forth and bickering, feels like there's hope for the two of them because her and Giselle were able to work it out, okay, with all the BS that they went through.
So me and Robin go, while all the other ladies are at the pool, they go have a private conversation. And Mia basically explains about the whole situation with the attorney that, was stealing from them and how they reported him and unalived himself. And we know Robin has dealt with something similar. I guess the guy that, scammed her and Juan and took all their money did the same thing. So she can understand. But her reaction, and I realized I literally was thinking about this. I feel like her thing is, I think the reason why people don't mess with Robin is because she's like, there's no emotion. Like, I don't know, maybe I need to go further back in seasons, but I feel like we've seen her go through a lot. And all the time she's just like, I don't care. I don't like it. She's just like made of, and I think, because I think she's a beautiful girl. Like, I think it makes viewers, and I can only speak for myself, y'all drop down in the comments. I think it you can't really get to her personality. Like, it just, she does, I don't know.
Yeah, because the only side of her personality we know is the
being a
line
bitch.
from Juan.
Right. But, and so I don't know, it's sad because I feel like deep down, she probably has a lot more to offer, or she would just be, that's the word that I'm looking for. We've never really seen her be vulnerable. And I think that people can't relate to her unless you're just that type of person that is just never vulnerable. You never show any emotion. But I can't imagine that that's healthy. And maybe she does it with Giselle. And I'm not necessarily, no, you don't have to do it on camera, but I think that we've seen her go through so much real life on camera that it would only be appropriate for her to show us some true emotion instead of acting like she don't feel nothing. But that's just my thoughts. But anyway, so Robin's like, gives her a hug, consoles her, tells her she's sorry, and she understands what Mia's going through. But when in that moment, I just had like an aha moment, and I was like, that's why nobody likes Robin, because she's just like ice. Like, you just,
that's not the only reason.
it's not the only reason, but it's just,
she gives off that she's dumb. Nobody really likes a dumb person.
Naive. Let's use the word naive.
Okay. If you feel more comfortable using that.
You're stupid.
So back at the poolside, Karen brings up how quiet Giselle was at pickleball and felt like it was alarming. Girl, you ain't never quiet. You ain't never
Karen gonna let that die.
Giselle said it was all that witchcraft stuff. She was like, I ain't want no parts of that. Candace tries to intervene and says, it's different, if you believe that stuff. And Nneka said, yeah, I definitely do. Okay. Because she knows that her in-laws are not liars. Now, Giselle said that her mom said certain things to Wendy. But Wendy says, well, it wasn't anything like that. It was nothing to do with witchcraft or anything. And then, of course, in walks Mia and Robin, because production said, hey, they brought your name up. Come sit down, girl. So Giselle wanted to touch on it, and Wendy actually brought up the receipts and read it verbatim and showed that, there was no insinuation of witchcraft, which I felt the same way until I heard Holy Ghost fire. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? What is that? I've never heard no Holy Ghost fire. Okay. Now, Mia said that when she read it, she interpreted it as she was sending her Holy Ghost fire, which don't really sound too good either. Now, everybody else feels like this does make her mom
look a little suspect.
Not yeah, it don't put her in the best light. And Karen, the only one talking about how, she said Holy Ghost. That counts for something. Okay. I thought it was a great prayer. Okay. Karen, maybe you weren't listening. Maybe you weren't using your listening ears. Okay. It didn't even sound like a prayer to me. It sounded like a whole bunch of I'm sending you to hell in a handbasket. Okay. Now,
and I want no parts of it.
Wendy then addresses this shrine situation and says that it was never about Nneka. So you knew about it then? So there was a shrine situation? Are you saying your mom did do something with the shrine situation? She said that it was always about Nneka's in-law, Lebby, and Ivy, Wendy's sister. They're no longer friends. They've been off and on for the past 2 years. So Nneka says, nice try. Okay. It wasn't a fight between two friends. She said Ivy told her in-law that Wendy was upset that, she was using her likeness. Okay. To be amongst a social circle, which, she said wasn't true, and said that she didn't know her, but, she had met her in passing. And I felt like Nneka had always said that. She said that she didn't know her. They had met in passing. Then Wendy said that she knew exactly who she was, which I thought was crazy because you said y'all didn't know each other numerous times, and now you saying that this girl knew you. I'm confused. Okay. And she said her sole purpose was to attack her Nigerian sister. Nneka is like, child, please shut this down. This is crazy. Okay. Then all the ladies believe that this is actually Wendy behavior. They said she gets jealous. They believe that certain cast members, that Wendy didn't want them on the show. So they believe that this is true. She said that Lebby received a call and she said Lebby received a phone call from Ivy. And they talked for 52 minutes and she has the receipts. She has the dates. Okay. There was correspondence from the April 2nd, April 4th, and April 7th. Okay. Candace said, she asked how old is Lebby? She asked Wendy. And Wendy said, girl, I don't know. That's my sister's friend. Then Nneka made a point to say, that's funny that she's not your friend, but you announced her at your sippancy for your baby. And boy, did they show the receipts. Okay. She did kind of like a whole little dedication to her. And it's just looking all bad for Wendy. Even Candace got quiet, sitting down in her little, and we know Candace don't shut down for nothing.
Nope.
It was looking all bad. We ain't got nothing to say, Ms. Bias.
I just don't understand. I'm still confused, but
that's because you want to believe it's the truth.
I can't believe it anymore. They clearly know each other. Now I'm just trying to figure out what was the point of the lie.
okay, we're so past the whether they know each other. Okay, we are on the shrine. The fact
I'm not paying no attention to that shrine.
the thing is, the fact that she said it was never about NECA, it was about my sister and about Levy. You knew about a shrine. Now, NECA says that it's BS. It was about her, but regardless, you let it be known that you had knowledge of a shrine.
I guess.
That's all. That's it. That's all.
I don't dabble in other people's, hocus pocus.
Yes, we do. That's what we're doing. That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. We are in the ish of the ish. Okay, we're not dabbling. You're right. We're not dabbling. We are in the thick of it. Okay, we are knee deep.
All right, Shade Squad. Well, y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think. But we appreciate y'all being here. If you haven't already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And we will catch you next week for another review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Have a good night.
See y'all.